Hi, I'm Emma. I'm from Greece and I study creative writing here at Brunel University.
Hello, my name is Ben, I'm 22 and I'm from Northampton.
Hi, I'm Helen, I'm 51 and I'm from Denham in Buckinghamshire.
Hello, I'm Holly, I'm 21, I'm from Northampton.
So today I will be basically asking you questions about body dysmorphia and whether you know what it is and whether you know what the symptoms is. Is that okay?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, the first question is, what do you think the definition of body dysmorphia is?
So I have this very vague idea about what it is. I think some kind of disability, but I'm not entirely sure.
Body dysmorphia is seeing your body differently of how it is, and in reality it's an exaggerated form of yourself, and it's often in a very derogatory way.
I believe that body dysmorphia is where you have a fear of your own appearance, so it's a fear of your own body, and this can be through online presence or just where you have a fear of your own body and the way that you look.
I think it's a condition where when you perhaps see your body in a mirror, you see it in a just distorted way, like you see yourself as fat when you're not fat, or you don't really understand. You have a distorted idea of how you really look.
So body dysmorphia is a mental health condition where you spend a lot of time worrying about your appearance. So hearing that, what do you think some of the symptoms are of body dysmorphia?
So things like eating disorders, things like not wanting to eat food, things like that, skipping meals. You also get anxiety, so anxiety of the way you look. You might want to go outside, be in the presence of people, just it's like a fear that you have.
Kind of denial, being maybe symptoms of depression is probably aligns with it, and anxiety.
I don't know, panic attacks, perhaps, because it sounds traumatizing. Probably your heart beats a lot faster on many occasions. Depression, perhaps.
You think other people think you're sort of ugly in some way or not attractive in some way. Again, when you look in the mirror, you probably don't see yourself perhaps as you really are. You see yourself as looking not the way you want to be. And you probably do things to try and make that better, perhaps with the way you eat or the way you exercise or the way you behave or the way you dress.
So some of the symptoms of body dysmorphia, or BDD as it's called, is looking in the mirror a lot or avoiding it, picking at your skin to make it feel smooth, a lot of effort to conceal flaws, so like overuse of makeup, comparing yourself to people that you see on the internet, and worrying about a specific part of your body that you're most insecure about. Now, knowing the symptoms of BDD, have you ever experienced any of this? And if so, when?
I would get sometimes kinda anxious. How can I say, I gained a lot of weight at the age of 17 when I was having my uni entrance exams. So after the summer, I realized that I gained the weight, and I would be kind of anxious about going in the seaside, and I would feel the people's eyes are on me, and it would make me kind of feeling red here. My heart would be kind of pounding.
As a teenager, especially, I think this is probably quite common in teenage girls as well, I hate to say, and because I don't want to dismiss any answers that teenage boys might suffer from. But I remember worrying about my appearance all the time, especially when I struggled with my weight as a teenager.
Yes.
I've definitely experienced it. I wouldn't say I'd say I definitely have symptoms of the condition. Like a long time ago, I used to look in the mirror quite a lot and sort of hate the appearance I had. I was definitely overweight, so that definitely had played a part. I didn't like the way I looked.
Would you say that you were happy in the body you were in now?
At this current moment?
Yeah.
I'm kind of working towards it.
I wouldn't say I'm 100% there. I've gone on a weight loss journey recently. I've lost about a stone, nearly 2 stone.
More now than I ever was when I was younger.
Why do you think that is?
Because when I got to about age 40, I actually stopped worrying anywhere near so much about what other people thought of me in not just my body but in many ways, and I sort of came to accept that I could just be myself, but that took a long time.
I wouldn't say like 100%, but it used to be worse. But now like I really try to look myself into the mirror and like get used to it.
I'd say no, I currently am. You know, it's obviously, I'd say a year back I definitely wasn't, and it's something I've worked on since then to sort of improve the way that I look, because it's made me a lot happier as a person. It's definitely helps my mental health and made me feel a lot better and things like that. You know, so I'd say as of right now, I'm currently happy in the body I'm in.
I'm not 100% there. Like, I've still got a long way to go. I worry about how I'm going to look after I've lost weight.
Like this feeling of not overanalyze so much your image in the mirror. Yeah.
Why do you think that you overanalyze yourself so much?
Yeah, that's a nice one. Like I don't know, like I guess the cliche they say about societal norms and standards, and not feeling attractive enough, confident about myself, about how my body looks, about how certain pieces of clothing look on me. Like I would wear this blouse and I would look behind and see if it's summer, like about like the fat here, and I tend to stop doing that now, and it is nice when I don't overanalyze it.
Has your use of social media or the internet affected the way you view your body?
I would say no, not whatsoever. I mean, I'm not really a social media person.
No, only because of the generation that I'm in.
Surprisingly, no. I've been exposed a lot to that, but surprisingly, no. I think like it starts in my own mind and like what I see around myself, but not from social media. Yeah.
I think so as well, because yeah, especially with like the rise of Instagram.
I don't really take photos anyway, just because I've never been a person for taking photos. You know, I don't look at someone and assume this is the way that I should look. I don't really pay much attention to that sort of thing, so I wouldn't say that social media has really had an influence on my appearance.
What type of treatments do you believe there are for body dysmorphia?
Therapy?
There probably isn't a lot, if I'm honest. There's probably like counselling and stuff.
I'm not too sure really. I think it's learning to love yourself. So maybe one-to-one sessions, things like that. You know, trying to find maybe it could be to do with therapy, like mental health work, trying to help you understand that you know everyone looks different. You don't have to look a certain way.
Well, I know there's CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy, just because I've worked in a sixth form at a school and I've seen some of the treatments that some of the girls have had who've been at the sixth form. Other types of therapy, hospitalisation.
This is why funding to the NHS is more crucial than ever, so we can look into more like disorders that people haven't heard about. Like you have all these treatments for depression and anxiety, and you have all this focus on it. There's no eating disorders as well, but there's no focus on things like that. And actually, like a lot of the time, I think they're just as serious, if not more serious.
The two main are cognitive behavioural therapy or antidepressants, which is another form of treatment. So the final question is, do you believe there should be more done to raise awareness about body dysmorphia?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, 100%. I think in the world we are right now, there is quite a lot being done, but it should definitely be an area that is still being worked on.
Definitely yes. I mean, I think a huge amount has happened. There's an enormous change since the 1980s when I was growing up. Enormous.
Yes, because like you see, I didn't know about that. I had this completely how can I say, like I had something else on my mind, and today I learned something. So it's like it's that easy. Within the span of 5 minutes, I learned something.
And I think a lot of this can come through social media. I've noticed has got a lot better in the last 5 years, but there's still a long way to go.
A lot of people struggle with body dysmorphia and eating disorders still in this day and age. So it's definitely something that we need more information on and more treatment as well. Obviously, cognitive behavioural therapy it's not that easily gained. You know, there's quite a long list waiting for that sort of thing, and that's used to treat many things. It's not just body dysmorphia. So obviously queues for that can be quite long.
I know so many people now, it's more common than ever to have like symptoms of like anorexia and bulimia.
The stories I hear about young people, and one actually when I was talking about this, doing this interview, a girl who works in a dance shop where I go to regularly, her boyfriend used to tell her he wanted her to look more like a really famous YouTube star, and I've forgotten who it was, but she had had a lot of surgery done to make her waist very small, and she'd had fat put into her bottom to make her bottom more rounded. And this girl's boyfriend was actually encouraging her to go to the gym more to get her to look more like this person who wasn't real.
So yeah, instead of focusing on like useless stuff, I think that it's more important to raise awareness about stuff like that, because you'll never know when you help someone with that. So yeah,
Like there's still like, you still have like girls like trying to like have filters, trying to make themselves look skinnier than they are and stuff. And I think there should be not only like more awareness, but there should be more proactivity to help. Like there should be like encouragement to post yourself unfiltered and post things unfiltered and say like, yeah, this is reality. It should be hammered into you from a young age in schools, PSHE, and that's what it's for. And again, that's why funding is so crucial.